If you're dealing with domestic violence in Louisiana, the law gives you special rights to help protect you and your housing situation. This video explains the housing protections available to domestic violence victims. How does Louisiana define domestic abuse in housing laws? Domestic abuse happens when one household or family member uses violence or force against another within a rented home. It includes crimes like assault, battery, rape, stalking, kidnapping, and even violations of protective orders. These are called crimes of violence under Louisiana law. What housing protections are available for domestic abuse victims? Breaking a lease early without penalty. If you need to leave your rental home to stay safe, Louisiana law allows you to end your lease early without paying penalties. To qualify, you may need to show proof of abuse, like a protective order, and you can use a form called the lease cancellation request to ask your landlord to end the lease early. Protection from eviction. Your landlord cannot evict you just because you're a victim of domestic violence. This ensures you won't lose your home simply because of what happened to you. Who is protected under these housing laws? Victims of domestic violence. This includes people experiencing physical violence, sexual assault, stalking, or threats, usually from a family member, partner, or household member. Family members of the victim. Children, siblings, or other relatives living in the household may also be protected. Household members. Anyone sharing the home with the victim, even if they aren't related, could be covered. Who qualifies as a family or household member? Under Louisiana law, family members include spouses, current or former, parents, children, grandparents, and grandchildren, and household members include anyone who lives, or used to live, in the home with you and has a close or intimate relationship with you. It also covers children living in the home with the abuser. How do you prove domestic abuse to use these protections? To use these housing rights, you'll need to provide 1. A formal letter explaining the abuse. 2. Evidence of abuse from the last 30 days, like a protective order and certification from a qualified third party, such as a domestic violence advocate. Use the lease cancellation request form to make your request official. What happens after you notify your landlord? Once you tell your landlord you need to end the lease ends 30 days after your request, or on a date you and your landlord agree to. You'll still need to pay rent up to the termination date and any rent you already owe. If you're facing domestic violence, reach out for help. Visit the Domestic Violence and Abuse page on our website to find resources. You don't have to face this alone. Louisiana law is here to help protect your rights and safety. Learn more about protective orders, divorce, custody issues, and child abuse reporting at Louisiana Law Help.